right, everyone, let's now go ahead and take you over here to our Mariela Gonzalez, who joins us in Deep East, Texas right now with an update today. Thanks so much for joining us, Mar.
Hey, Kylie. So yeah, I'm here at the Moffett VFD here in Angelina County. You can see behind me a new vehicle that they recently received, and to tell us more about it is here President Richard Brunk of the fire department. So Richard, thanks again for having us here today, and tell us, what stands behind you and how it plays a role for your department.
Well, this is a Can-Am Defender. It's been equipped with a firefighting rescue skid unit. We can fight fire with it. We mostly woods fire. We can go into the woods and retrieve people. We can go down roads where ambulances can't get and retrieve people. It's just a really versatile tool for us, and it replaces our older one that we had.
Gotcha. How old was that previous
It
one?
was we bought it 3 years ago, but it was a 2008,
Okay.
so it was pretty old, and really it was kind of small for the skid unit,
Mhm.
weight wise. But this no problem now.
Well, this kind of being a little bit smaller than your average fire truck or rescue truck, I mean, it looks fun to drive, but explain to us how not anyone can just drive it.
Oh, no, our department has an extensive driver's training program. They have to go through 8 hours of classroom, and we have an actual SOP, a policy they have to read and test on, and then the chief or I will take them out driving in the various trucks. Once they're checked off on a truck and they're cleared to drive it, then they got to go through a 4 hour classroom portion on this, and then about a 4 hour training session out in the field in this before they're allowed to even drive it.
Wow.
We just don't throw the keys to somebody and say, "Here, drive."
Right. Now, how much did it cost the department and when you guys got it in?
Okay. Well, we just got it in this past Friday,
Yeah.
so we're pretty excited. The side by side itself cost right at almost 25,500, like
Okay.
3 pennies short of that.
Yeah.
Okay. The trailer, between the trailer and the skid unit and everything, it's about $32,000 we have here.
Now, this was also used from funding, is that correct?
Correct.
Correct.
We sold our older unit with our older side by side and our old trailer that went with it, because the trailer that was there would not have been big enough for this. But we retained the skid unit. The money from that was used to buy this trailer and put a little towards this.
Yeah. Tell us why it's important for volunteer departments, fire departments, excuse me, to be modernized in vehicles and
Well,
equipment.
just because we're volunteers doesn't mean we should be any less effective than a paid volunteer, or I'm sorry, a paid fire department. We should adhere ourselves to the same standards, the same training, the same equipment level. Unfortunately, what determines that is funding. There's not a lot of funding out there for the volunteer fire department. It's not like where the city of Lufkin has a huge annual budget every year. So we have to make do with what we can get, what we fight, what we scrape for, and what the community donates to us.
Mhm. And you had mentioned earlier, and let the viewers know, you guys are one of the volunteer fire departments, one of two that owns
Right.
a vehicle like this. Tell us how that plays a role for the county.
Well, the only other department to have one is Diboll VFD, and they're at the south end of the county. We're at the north end of the county. So we have these vehicles, without really thinking about it, strategically placed to where they can respond to help, whether you got a hunter lost in the woods or a four-wheeler wreck the ambulance can't get back to. With our old system, we've actually transported medics down roads that the ambulance couldn't get to, picked up their patient, brought them and their patient back.
Perfect. Now, give us a little bit of tour about this vehicle. What stuff you have on it so far, and like that.
Well, it's I want to say your basic, but it's not a basic truck. It's an awesome truck. We have back here, we've got a fire unit which carries 60 gallons of water, a 50-foot hose reel, and then around back here we have a fire pump with attachments for 3 other water lines, and then we have a bed up here that allows us to put somebody on a backboard or a rescue basket on this and secure them and bring them out of the woods.
Wow.
And then behind there, we've got tools. We've got firefighting tools, rakes, chainsaws, uh, water bags. And this is a unique feature our other one didn't have. We have a third compartment that allows us to store extra equipment in there.
And what's the typical equipment you guys carry aside from what's already on here?
Shovels, fire rakes, hose, sometimes a chainsaw, and we have a blower, a leaf blower we carry on here, which is really cool because we get at a fire. We got a lot of pine straw. We can actually blow that's fuel. We can actually blow the fuel away from the fire. So
So, and tell us, what we're seeing. What are you guys seeing right now, this fire season?
Well, it seems to come in I guess spurts, for lack of a better. We'll have a period where we'll have a lot of fire, and then we'll have nothing for a while because we had a little moisture come in. Well, that's very misleading, because that moisture just allowed the growth of more vegetation, which is going to be killed by the next frost coming in, which creates more fuel. So we're not out of this fire season yet,
Right.
not by far.
When does training start for your crew to learn how to maneuver this?
The first round of training is this Thursday night. Half the department will go with the fire chief to train on this. The other half will stay with me in a classroom, and then the following Thursday we'll switch. And once they're done with that, they'll take a road test, and then we'll check them off on the truck. They'll be cleared to drive it.
Perfect.
Now, this isn't a first out vehicle. This is going to be one of the first vehicles to get to a fire.
Right.
Our brush trucks are for that. This will come in probably second or third out, or second or third in, excuse me. And it'll be used for mop up, containment, transport firefighters ahead of the fire to hotspots and stuff, and basically get places where the bigger trucks can't go.
Perfect. Well, Richard, thank you so much for showing us this new vehicle. I'm pretty sure, as you mentioned, it's going to play a big role for your
Oh
department.
yeah, bigger than we know. And I want to thank you all for coming out and doing this, making the community aware that we have this, and that just because we have nice stuff doesn't mean we don't still need donations.
Right. No, I appreciate it, Richard. I gotcha. Well, you heard it here, Kylie. We'll have more on their new vehicle here tonight.
All right. Thank you so much.